Hello everyone, welcome to Education KA channel. Today I have one exercise line on screen. If a squared plus a plus 1 equals 0, find the value of expression p equals a power 2022 plus 1 over a power 2022. This exercise I have two methods of solution. So you can watch it from start to the end of it's how I show it. So don't spend much time, go to the solution together. Okay. Okay, this hours that the exercise gives. A squared plus a plus 1 equals 0. And find the values of p is equal a power 2022 plus 1 over a power 2022. Okay, from this, and I have the first method. So we will see it. A method from a square plus a plus 1 equals 0. So this, if we change a to the right hand side, we get a squares plus 1 equal minus a. And then I divide both sides of this equation with a. So I get a squares plus 1 divided by a equals minus a divided by a. And this we get a plus 1 over a equal minus 1. So that we have this expression. Okay. We have a plus 1 over a equal minus 1. And then I raise both sides of this equation to squares. And we get a plus 1 over a all squares equals minus 1 all squares. And this we use the rule a plus b all squares equals a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So I get a squares plus 2 multiply a and multiply 1 over a and plus 1 over a all square equals 1. And if we simplify it, so we get 2 and I change it to the right hand side and I get a squares plus this we get 1 over a squares is equal 1 minus 2 and equal minus 1. Okay, so that we have the second equation. Okay, a squares plus 1 over a squares equal minus 1. And then I can multiply both sides of this equation. So I get a plus 1 over a and multiply a squares plus 1 over a squares is equals minus 1 and multiplies minus 1. And I get this, we get a power 3 and plus we multiply this, we get 1 over a and plus this we get a plus this we get 1 over a power 3 equal 1. And this a plus 1 over a is equal minus 1. So I get a power 3 plus 1 over a power 3 equal is minus 1. If I change it to the right hand side, we get plus 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal 2. Okay, now we have the third equation. Okay, we get a power 3 plus 1 over a power 3 is equal to. And then this I can raise this quotient to square, and we get a squares plus 1 over a squares all squares equal minus 1 all square. And then I get a square all squares plus 2 multiply a squares and multiply 1 over a squares and plus 1 over a square all squares and equal 1. And this we get a power 4 and plus this we simplify it, so I get 2 and get 2 and plus this 1 over a power 4 is equal 1. And then I change 2 to the right hand side, so I get a power 4 plus 1 over a power 4 is equal 1 minus 2 and equals minus 1. So we have the fourth equation. So we get a power 4 plus 1 over a power 4 is equal minus 1. And then I multiply with this equation so I get a squares plus 1 over a squares and multiply with a power 3 and plus 1 over a power 3 and equals minus 1 and multiply with 2. Okay, and this I get a power 5 and plus this we multiply in, so we get a square and simplify with a power 3 we get 1 over a and plus this we get multiply in, so we get a and plus 1 over a this power 2 and the power 3 and we get power 5 and equal minus 2. And this 1 over s plus s with this and this equation is equal minus 1, so I change it to the right hand side and I get a power 5 plus 1 over a power 5 is equal minus 2 plus 1, so it's equal minus 1. So we have the 5th equation. A power 5 plus 1 over a power 5 is equal minus 1. And then I multiply a squares plus 1 over a squares equal minus 1 with a power 4 plus 1 over a power 4 is equal minus 1. So I get a squares plus 1 over a squares multiplies a power 4 plus 1 over a power 4 equal this, okay, equal this we have is minus 1, okay, is minus 1 and multiply this is equals minus 1, okay, and this we multiply in, we get a power 6 and plus this we get 1 over a squares plus this we get a squares and plus 1 over a power 6 equal 1. And this inversion, okay, this equals minus 1, so I change it to the right hand side, so I get a power 6 plus 1 over a power 6 is equal 1 plus 1 and equal 2. So we have 6 equation that a power 6 plus 1 over a power 6 is equal 2. So this we see it. A plus 1 over a equal minus 1, a square plus 1 over a square is equal minus 1, and a power 3 plus 1 over a power 3 is equal 2, and a power 4 plus 1 over a power 4 equals minus 1, and a power 5 plus 1 over a power 5 is equal minus 1, and a power 6 plus 1 over a power 6 equal 2. So this we have is 1 minus 1 and minus 1 and 2, and this we get minus 1 and this minus 1 and 2. So it have like the sequence, okay, like the sequence, so that I can take it. We see this a power 3 and a power 2, a power 1, and this a power 6, a power 5, and a power 4. So that we get a power 3k plus 1 over a power 3k, sorry, this 3k, okay, equal 2, okay, equal 2. Then see this 3 and this 3 multiply 2, okay. Okay, this 3 multiply 1, and this 3 multiply 2. So I get a power 3k plus 1 over a power 3k is equal to, and this a power 3k plus 1, okay, this, okay, a power 3k plus 1 and plus 1 over 3k plus 1 equal minus 1, okay, this, okay, this 3k plus 1 and this 3k plus 1, this, okay, okay, and this 3k plus 2, this 3k plus 2, so we get the equals and a power 3k plus 2 plus 1 over 3k plus 2 is equal minus 1, okay. Then we see this by 2022 is equal 3 multiply 674, and so that we get a powers p is equal a power 3 multiply 674 and plus 1 over a power 3 multiply 674. So this is in the root a power 3k, okay, a power 3k, so that this equal 2, okay. So that's equation P is equal to. This is the first method that I show you, and this, to find this, you can multiply this with this, or you can multiply this with this, we get this, or multiply this with this, we get this equation, okay. And you can do it by yourself. And now I want to show you about the second method. Also, now we go to the second method together. Okay. This equation that a square plus a plus 1 equals 0. And this p equal a power 2022 plus 1 over a power 2022. So this can be should be used from this equation, okay, from a squares plus a plus 1. So that if I replace a by 1, so 1 square plus 1 plus 1 not equal 0, so that a is not equal 1. If a not equal 1, I can multiply both sides of this equation with a minus 1. So I can write it a minus 1 multiplies a squares plus a plus 1 equal a minus 1 multiply 0, we get 0. And this we it's join the roots a minus b and multiply a square plus ab plus b square. So we get a power 3 minus 1 equals 0. Then I change 1 to the right hand side. So I get a power 3 is equal 1. So we get a power 3 is equal 1. And this from a equal, and then 2022 is equal by 2022 is equal 3 multiply 674. So I can write the expression piece is equal a power 2022 plus 1 over a power 2022 is equal to a power 3 multiply with 674. So I can write it a power 3 or power 674. This we use the root is a power m, and all power n is equal to a power m multiply n. So we have this, we can write this, okay? And this we also use like this, okay? We get this equal 1, so we get 1 power 674, and this 1 over 1 power 674. So 1 power 674 is equal 1, so we get 1 plus 1 is equal 2. This expression piece is equal to. Okay, thanks for watching. If you like my video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel for more exciting videos. Goodbye.